Good morning, everyone. Today we will continue chapter 16 with the new topic El Nino. El Nino is a Spanish word which means a boy child or Christ child. Fishermen of Peru were the first to notice appearances of unusually warm water that occurred around Christmas time. Jesus Christ was born during Christmas, and this current was also noticed first during the same time. So, to relate the two cycle was named as El Nino after Jesus. El Nino is a climate cycle in the Pacific Ocean with global impact on weather pattern. The cycle begins when warm water is the west side of Peru in western tropical Pacific Ocean shifts eastwards along the equator toward the coast of South America. This happened due to atmospheric and oceanic changes. This current then flows eastwards and its impact can be seen up to India. Although El Nino occurs only at times, but whenever it occurs, it changes the duration of monsoon and amount of rainfall in India. Now the next topic, that is ITCZ, means Intertropical Conversation Zone. The area encircling the earth near the equator where the northeast and southeast trade winds converge is known as ITCZ. In the northern hemisphere, the trade winds move in the southern western direction from the northeast, while in the southern hemisphere they move northwestward from the southeast. These trade winds rise up in the form of air currents. In July, ITCZ gets position over 20° to 25° north latitude. In India, it is stable over Ganga plains and develops low pressure there. As a result, winds generated over the oceans of southern hemisphere blow towards this area. This causes rain in few parts of North India. During winter, the conversion belt shift further south and the winds changes their direction to northeast. Now the next point, warm weather season. The summer in India prevails from March to May. It is prolonged up to June in the northwestern part of the northern plains. At this time, the sun rays in India are vertical, so the amount of heat is more. In South India, south heat is experienced in the month of May. The summer temperature of some places here remains as high as 40 degrees Celsius. South heat is experienced in central and northwest India in April and May. The temperature reaches its extremely in May. The maximum temperature of some places rises up to 40 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius. Thus, very hot weather is experienced in summer in India. In comparison to North India, the temperature in South India is less. It's approximately to sea and the height of the plateau make the summer of South India milder. For example, the summer temperature of Delhi and Allahabad is about 34 degrees Celsius, while it is 27 degrees Celsius in Bangalore and Kochi, and is 30 degrees Celsius at Madurai. Overall, the summer is hot and dry over most of the regions in India. There is not much rain during summer in India, but sometimes rain occurs along the Malabar coast in May, which is known as Amravrushti. It helps to ripen the mangoes. Now the next point, that is nor'wester. Violent thunderstorm in the north and northeast gigantic plain of India are locally known nor'wester. Locally they are known as Kal Baisakhi. These low pressure pockets are generally associated with the thunderstorms accompanied by Strong winds and torrential rainfall. Kalbaisakhi originates over Bihar and Jharkhand area, moves eastwards and strikes West Bengal and Odisha. They causes much damage in eastern India. Now the next point, that is Lu. Sandstorm or thunderstorm are common in the arid regions of west and northwest India. Lu is a strong, hot and dry summer afternoon wind which blows especially in May over the western region of North India. Every year, many people and animals die due to the excessive heat of Lu. Now the next point, that is advancing monsoon, or we are calling rainy season. For an agrarian country like India, the rainy season is the most important season. During this season, which stretches from June to September, the country gets about 80% of its rain. The agriculture in India depends very much on this rain. The rain during the monsoon season is very much dependent on the southwest monsoon winds blowing towards India. This rainy season is also called as the season of northwest monsoon winds. In the northern western plains, a low pressure condition develops due to high pressure or temperature by the end of May. At this time, high pressure prevails over the Indian Ocean situated to the south of India. So, winds blow from the Indian Ocean towards the low pressure in North India. These winds bring enough moisture with them. So, India gets rain during June to September. These winds are not as regular and permanent as the trade winds. They originate and blow during a specific season only. And that is why these winds are known as seasonal winds. The southwest monsoon winds bifurcate into two branches due to the Indian peninsula, that is Arabian Sea, and the Bay of Bengal current. Now the next point, that is Arabian current. These winds enter India through Kerala, situated on the western coast of South India. The Western Ghats obstruct them as soon as they enter the coast. This gives more rain on the windward side of Western Ghats. After crossing the Western Ghats, when these winds reach Deccan Plateau, there is little humidity left in them, so the amount of rain decreases. The Deccan Plateau lies on the leeward side of the Western Ghats, so it becomes rain shadow area. Mumbai and Pune are not far from each other. However, Mumbai, which is situated on the windward side of Western Ghats, gets more than 200 centimeter rain, while Pune on leeward side gets less than 75 centimeter rain. On the western coast of India, rain decreases from south to north from Kerala to Karnataka, Goa, and Maharashtra. One branch of the monsoon wind advances through Narmada Valley in Meghalaya, Madhya Pradesh. When these winds advance, the winds from the Bay of Bengal merge with them. One weak branch of Arabian Sea goes towards Gujarat, Saurashtra and Rajasthan. It contains less humidity. Moreover, there are no high mountains or dense forest in Gujarat, so there is little possibility of condensation of the humidity. As a result, in Gujarat gets less rain. When these winds reach Rajasthan, there is a very little humidity within them. So there is less rain. The deserts of Rajasthan get even less than 10 centimeter rain. Now the next point, that is Bay of Bengal. These winds first enter West Bengal and reach to Meghalayas. These winds are full of moisture. These winds are obstructed by Garo, Khasi, and Jaintia hills in Meghalaya. So the windward slopes of these hills are torrential rain. Cherrapunji, situated on the slopes of Khasi hills, gets about 1200 centimeter rain annually, which is highest in the world. Masyaram, situated 16 km far from Cherrapunji, is also famous for maximum rainfall received during 24 hours. When the direction of the winds blowing towards west changes, their direction becomes southeast. These winds pass over West Bengal, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and Haryana and reach Punjab. The moisture in them eventually decreases as they advance towards west. The rain in the northern plain decreases while going from east to west. Kolkata gets 160 centimeter rain, Allahabad 100 centimeter, and Delhi gets 65 centimeter rain. When the monsoon winds coming from the Arabian Sea and from the Bay of Bengal merge, they give good amount of rain in northern Himalayan area. Sometimes the rain here is in the form of snow. Most of the rain in North India is brought by winds coming from the Bay of Bengal. The cyclonic originating in the Bay of Bengal also play an important part in bringing rain. In the northern part of the Bay of Bengal, a low pressure is developed and 5 to 6 cyclones are formed during the monsoon. These cyclones advance towards west along with the monsoon winds and become much useful to bring rain. Sometimes the impact of these cyclones reaches even up to Gujarat, which gets rain. Now the next point, that is retreating monsoon. This season prevails over India during October to November. After September, the temperature decreases in India and the vertical sun rays gradually shift to southern hemisphere. This results in the development of low pressure over the Indian Ocean in the south and high pressure over northern India. As a result, the southwest monsoon winds blowing during monsoon season become weaker by the end of September, and in October these winds retreat and start blowing towards the sea. That is why the time duration between October and November is known as retreating monsoon season. In North India, these winds blow in the form of a mild cyclone and give rain in Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, which benefit the Rabi crop. The winds blowing from southwest during monsoon season change their direction and now blow from northeast. They pass over the Bay of Bengal and gather moisture and give good rain along the Coromandel coast of Tamil Nadu. This season is considered to be the rainy season in Tamil Nadu. During October November, a season of dry and cool wind starts in place of humid and hot rainy season. A primary characteristic of this season is the clear sky and increasing temperature. The temperature increases due to the clear sky, but nights are cool and pleasant. The soil is still damp, so the air also contains more moisture. Due to high temperature and more humidity, the daytime weather is very perplexing. This situation is known as October heat. In Gujarat, it is known as Bhadarvi Tap. Now, the next point, that is climate and human life, or we can say impact of climate on human life. During most of the year, the temperature remains high in India, so different crops can be grown. Rain in the country is very irregular. This fluctuates the crop production. As a result, a condition of shortage and drought occur frequently in many parts of the country. Most of the rain in India falls during monsoon season. So, On the basis of rainfall, only one crop can be taken in those regions where the irrigation facility is not available. The onset of the end of the monsoon season is uncertain. If water is not available at a proper time, sowing cannot be done or the ready crop is destroyed. This causes adverse impact on the agricultural production. Sometimes torrential rain creates a flood like situation. This also destroys the ready crop. Soil is eroded due to the flood in the river. The soil fertility decreases and the crop production is also decreases. After the monsoon season is over, a problem rises regarding the employment of the agricultural laborers. They migrate to cities for employment due to the uncertainty and irregularity of the rain. Industries dependent on crops like cotton, sugarcane, tobacco, etc. do not get their raw materials, so these industries have to suffer due to inadequate rain. Many areas in India face the shortage of drinking water even today. People have to struggle very hard. The life of the people living in desert and at the foothills of the mountains becomes full of hardships. It is difficult to save the animals. Thus, climate has an immense or impact on human life. It directly affects the food, dress, occupations and dwelling of men. So here your topic and chapter also finish. Goodbye.